All right, so I'm looking at the results of my implicit association test that I just completed. The results note that I was much faster at sorting European Americans with bad and African Americans with good than African Americans with bad and European Americans with good. This is notable because across their study of 50 million people, I was part of the 3% that were much faster at sorting black with good, which is the smallest percentage. And the largest percentage is moderately faster at sorting white with good, which means that obviously 26% of the respondents were faster at sorting white with good, whereas I was faster at sorting black with good. This is important in the context of the APA Code of Conduct because of the ethical principles, specifically Principle E, that I'm concerned about, which is respect for people's rights and dignity. I'll just read that first sentence, which is psychologists respect the dignity and worth of all people and the rights of individuals to privacy, confidentiality, and self-determination. I don't know that I'm concerned or worried that I would go against this principle so much as I would be worried that others in a position like mine would go against this principle, especially the part about self-determination. I realized in my work with clients as a clinical mental health counselor that self-determination is a really big part of what we do and a really big part of, even if it's not explicit, it's a very big part of what we implicitly do, the questions we ask, how we ask them, why we ask them, that kind of thing. Even with the ages that I work with, which is younger children, ages 8 to anywhere to 14, but still very important because self-determination is important to my clients of that age. With respect to being more aware and mindful of those biases, I think something that I could do is, number one, definitely read. And I think in addition to reading different material is perhaps having a thought partner. And maybe you could help me find a thought partner in terms of addressing this bias. I have a lot of colleagues in my cohort with my current cohort with Teach for America who are, I don't think any of them are mental health counselors, but there are several social workers and teachers. So people who are in helping professions and people who work with people. So I think I'll look into finding thought partners in terms of addressing biases. I don't expect for it to just go away, but I definitely would appreciate help in addressing these biases. An example of how I think this might happen in the research process is considering my research questions and my interpretation of them, assuming that I would do a qualitative study. I think there might be some questions about how I interpret and understand the answers of respondents and participants in my study, as well as how I communicate my interpretation of those answers. So I hope to be able to do that work and to do the work on myself that's necessary in order to reach those conclusions. I thank you and I appreciate it.